What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch review for you. Today we're talking about the Holo Taco Dark Rainbow collection for fall 2022. So we've got 7 brand new polishes all in the linear holo formula. But before we get into that, if you haven't heard of Holo Taco before, they are a nail polish brand that was created by Christine of Simply Nailogical. And all of the polishes are 5 free, meaning they're free of 5 of the potentially harmful ingredients that are often found in nail polish. They are vegan, meaning they do not use any animal-derived ingredients, and they're also cruelty-free, meaning they do not test their products on animals. So basically this collection is just a darker, vampier spin on their original rainbow collection, which was the 7 linear holo polishes that were in the colors of the rainbow. So we've got a nice deep palette going on here. These colors are perfect for fall and winter. Now, when this collection was announced, a lot of you guys asked me how this compared to the Enchanted Polish Dark Rainbow collection. So Enchanted Polish is another indie brand. They did a collection called the Dark Rainbow collection in, I think it was late fall 2020, and they also had a darker rainbow of linear holo polishes. Now that brand has since closed down. They're no longer selling polishes, but I know a lot of you guys already own those and you want to see how these compare. So I am doing a little comparison chart at the end of my swatches, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, let's dive into these swatches, then we'll talk a little bit more about pricing, availability, my thoughts on the collection. So roll the footage. So as with all of my swatch and review videos, I am using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today I'm using the Orly Bonder base coat, so I'll link it below. So first up in the collection we have this shade Dead Petals, and this one is a super deep warm toned purple, almost like an eggplant color. You can see on the first coat a lot of that almost dark fuchsia coloring, but once I get it to full opacity, it's got a nice, even darker color to it. And of course, we have this really intense holographic sparkle in here. One thing I love about Holo Taco is that they have a slightly larger holographic particle. So even though it's a linear holo, there's a lot of random sparkle going on as well, which you can see as I'm moving my hand around, and it's just really beautiful. I think that type of sparkle pairs really well with darker colors, so one of the reasons I'm very excited about this collection. But this is perfect coverage in 2 coats. It looks gorgeous on. Next up we have the shade Crimson Void, and this one I would describe as a deep maroon base color, and again we have that super sparkly holographic pigment. It's actually really opaque. You can see for the majority of these, they covered up my visible nail line in the first coat, but the color themselves tend to be a little bit lighter in that first coat, so the second coat is where you really get that vampy deep color going on. This is actually what I'm wearing in the intro and outro of this video, and I absolutely love it. I love that super deep dark red. It just feels very mysterious and dark while still feeling very red. For the next color in the rainbow, we have the shade Burnt Bridges, and this one I would actually describe as more of a brown than an orange, but there's definitely that orangey undertone going on in there. Again, really nice opaque formula, but it really deepens up in that second coat, and again, super holographic, super sparkly and gorgeous. I actually really love this. I feel like we get a lot of autumn oranges, but not enough holographic browns, and I think this one is particularly stunning, and it's actually incredibly holographic. I think this one actually might be the most holo out of the collection just because of the way that it works with that base color, but again, just super stunning. Moving on, we have the shade Amber Apathy, and this one is sort of a blackened yellow base that has, again, that linear holo pigment going through. Now, in the first coat, this one actually looks a little bit lighter and brighter. It almost feels like a gold holo, but once I got that second coat, I was able to get that really deep fallish tone, and there was actually a little bit of an almost greenish undertone to it. Now, that could just be the holo, but to me, it almost looks like a blackened, antiqued kind of gold, and I don't really have anything like this, so I really like it. Again, super holographic and sparkly, even though it's a somewhat lighter color, so really impressed with this as well. Next up, we have the shade Lost in the Woods, and to nobody's surprise, this color absolutely has my heart. It's this really deep forest green that has a very cool tone to it, almost this bluish undertone, and the opacity was just unreal. Honestly, I would probably wear this as a 1 coater if I was in a rush, but it looks absolutely stunning in 2 coats as well, and it's such a deep, mysterious color, but I feel like you could really wear this any time of year. wear because it has like a little bit of that saturated brightness with the green in there as well. So just an absolutely gorgeous color. I could see myself using this for nail art. I feel like this is going to be a great holiday color, but I love that it came out for fall because I love these deep fall colors as well. Moving on, we have the shade Sunken Secrets, and this one is a deep, almost navy blue base color with that linear holographic sparkle in there. Again, really opaque in that first coat, but I did need 2 for full coverage and just to get a little bit more depth of that color. But I think with all of these polishes, because they're really opaque and they do cover up that visible nail line, I think these would be great for nail art. Personally, I'm always looking for almost one coaters for my nail art just because I don't like to have to do layers of my nail art, so that's why I always mention that. But another really beautiful color. I would say the holo in this one was slightly more subtle, but still very present and really beautiful. And last but definitely not least, we have the shade Violet Nightmares, and this one is the very cool toned purple, again with that linear holo sparkle running throughout, and you can see just how big those holo particles in there that just make it look super sparkly and reflective when it is in direct lighting. So super stunning, really impressive formula. I would say overall the formula of these are on the thicker side, but it works really well for opacity and I'm still able to get them nice and smooth on the nail, so pretty easy to work with and just super holographic and sparkly, and I can never resist a purple nail polish, so always glad to add, especially a cool toned purple, always happy to add that to my collection. So here are all of the polishes together, and I have to say I think this is a really beautiful deep rainbow of color. I was a little worried at first that it was still going to be too bright and saturated because these colors are pretty vibrant even though they are autumnal kind of shades, but I was really impressed with how deep they managed to feel on the nails, and then they still have that vampy tone to them, especially when you're in not direct lighting or when you're in a lower light situation. They feel like very deep fall, winter kind of colors. So really enjoyed the color story here, really enjoyed the polishes. Now, I know a lot of you were asking how this compared to the Enchanted Polish Dark Rainbow collection. So I'm going to show you a quick comparison. I just have the polishes side by side to the one that I think it's most similar to. So basically just split the screen in half. So I've got the warmer tones on one side and the cooler tones on the other. And at first glance, I think they look to be very similar collections, but once you look at each shade individually, there's really not much similarity. Obviously, they're both rainbows, so they have the standard rainbow colors in there, and they do have the same collection name, but I think that these collections themselves are pretty different. On the left side, I've got the Holo Taco, on the right side, I've got the Enchanted Polish, and you can see overall, the Holo Taco polishes are a little bit deeper, a little bit more fall inspired rather than just deeper jeweled tones, and they're also a little bit more holographic because that pigment is a little bit bigger instead of the very fine holo pigment, so you see a lot more sparkle in there overall. And like I said, I think that the shades are pretty different. The only two that I would say are pretty similar would be the blue and the purple, but I still think that they're different enough to warrant owning both. I'm sure that comes as no surprise to anybody because I love nail polish and I'll always say that you should own as many as possible because it's just fun to collect. But yeah, overall I do think that they're pretty different, and as you can see, the more eggplanty warm toned purple doesn't have a similar color. The two yellowish green shades, I guess combined, are similar to the Holo Taco yellow, and then there's no forest green shade, it's just a lighter blue color, and then we also have the orange versus the brown, so a lot of differences here. I think you can own both and be totally fine. I love both collections. So those are the polishes, and overall I really enjoyed them. I love these deeper, vampier colors. You guys know that I absolutely love this season for nail polish because this is exactly my color palette. So I was very excited to see those. I love how holographic they are. Overall, this is a thicker formula. I would actually say these are slightly thicker than the regular linear holo polishes that I have from them, but they are still workable and they are really opaque. So these polishes come in 12 milliliter bottles. They do have the soft touch cap, and they do have a round skinny brush. Now, Holo Taco does have a wide flat brush, but that's for their cream formula. So this one is the round skinny brush. And all of these polishes retail for $14 USD on the Holo Taco website, so I will link that down below. But I would love to know what you guys think. Did you order these polishes? Have you tried them yet? What are your thoughts? Which color is your favorite? Leave it all in the comments. We can chat about it. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. I also have a second YouTube channel, my vlog channel, where I show you a little bit more about my life outside of nail polish, although there's a lot of nail polish on that channel as well. And I also have a podcast. It's not nail polish related. It's actually about geeky movies and franchises, but we're about to start our second season, which is all about Star Wars. So if you're a Star Wars fan, definitely check it out. I will link it in the description. And of course, a huge shout out to my Cosmic Admirals on Patreon, Amanda M, Rocketman's daughter, and Paola. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. Today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Pookie Bear, and Pookie Bear wants to know, what's your favorite thing to do when you're out? Are you like me and you like browsing around Target and getting froyo, or would you rather have a night out with the girls? I feel like that's a funny question because to me it's obvious, but of course it's not obvious to you guys. I am 100% an introvert. I am not a person who likes to go out at all. It's very rare that you will see me having like a night out. So it is hard to get me to do anything like that. Also because I go to sleep pretty early because I wake up pretty early. So I get very tired at night, and even if I am out, I'm not going to be out for very long. But I do enjoy just like running around and doing errands, which I feel like sounds weird, but I know a lot of people are into it. I mean, going on a Target run and getting a little dessert is a very fun day for me. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that. I also actually really enjoy grocery shopping, and I know not everybody likes that, but I think it's fun. I just love like picking out produce and stuff, so that's a fun time for me as well. All right, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!